you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Hey Bailey. So I have been working through the Psalms for the last several months, and so I've worked up to this page. That's Psalm 64 and 65. And the thing I've figured out that's working for me right now, this could totally change, is that when I have two Psalms on the same page like this, like I'm just not really great at doing one entry and then another. So I've been doing, I want to find an example of one where there were like two Psalms. I know this has been happening. I probably just have not numbered them. Here, like, so this one. So there were like two Psalms on this page. And so I kind of like did a big one highlighting one Psalm. And then for this other Psalm, I've just kind of listed a verse there. So I think that's what I'm going to do again today. And in reading through them, I kind of felt like Psalm 65 was speaking to me a little bit more than 64. So I think that's the one I'm going to focus on. And I think I'm going to focus, the verse I want to pull out is Psalm 65, verse 5. By awesome deeds you answer us with righteousness, O God of our salvation, the hope of all the ends of the earth and of the farthest seas. And I just kind of loved that imagery of God as our hope, like to the ends of the earth and to the farthest seas. So that's what I'm going to highlight here in the margin. And then I think I'll also handwrite a verse from 64, I think 64, 1 and 2, kind of hear my voice, O God, in my complaint. Preserve my life from the dread of the enemy. Hide me from the secret plots of the wicked, from the throngs of evildoers. So I think I might just like, hear me, O God, hide me, or something to kind of hit that. Psalm 2 on the same page. So as you can tell, recent weeks I've been super into some kind of mixed media, crazy art, color. These ones were more just watercolor, but I want to do that again tonight because that's what's bringing me joy right now, and so I'm excited about it. So I am going to start off with a little bit of watercolor. Let me pull this out, trying to figure out the best way to make it so maybe you can see too. There we go. And then I've been loving this like really big water brush from Adorn It. It's really fun just to like get a little bit of color on the page. Here, I forgot to bring some paper towels over. So I'm going to put one paper towel behind my page to kind of protect what's underneath it. And then I'll use another one to dab at it as we go. There we go. I usually buy the like fit-a-size, like the small little paper towels, and I accidentally bought the big ones this time, and I just don't even know what to do with myself. These paper towels seem so big. Fun fact. So, okay, let's see. So I think I was looking at kind of what color palettes I've done recently and if anything stood out to me, and I think I want to try to do more yellow-orange on this one, and maybe like a little bit of light pink, but kind of make it primarily yellow. So let me just start with a little bit of yellow here and there. And this is like a very messy freeform process because we're going to add a lot of stuff on top of it. All right, trying to decide if I want to add another color. I'm going to hit it with the heat gun first. And I was watching one of these videos recently, and I felt like I could still hear the person over the heat gun. Let me know if you can still hear me as I'm talking now while the heat gun's going. If you can't hear me, I will stop talking, and we'll just wait a second. Oh, great. Perfect. Yay. All right. This doesn't have to be super dry. I just kind of like for the colors not to like totally run into each other. All right. A little bit of this light orange, which I love this yellow orange in my watercolor set. Oh, thank you. I had such a fun time. You guys, last night I got to go to a nearby church and talk about Bible journaling with their young adults group, and it was super duper fun. Okay. There's that. All right. A little bit of heat gun. Sorry for the heat gun noise. And then on Saturday, I get to go talk at another church to their United Methodist Women's group about Bible journaling. So it should be really cool. I've been loving getting the opportunity to tell more people about it because I love it. Okay. I think you can definitely use a regular hairdryer. I have this heat gun from like a previous interest in embossing. This is actually like I don't know if it's an embossing heat tool. I don't know if that's different from a heat gun. I see people use all sorts of stuff on, hey Rosie, yep. See you Saturday. I've seen people use all sorts of things. I think hairdryers absolutely work. Hairdryer, the thing I've noticed with a hairdryer that I always forget is that I think that the wind comes out in like more forcefully. So if you're not careful, like all of your pages can like really fly about. So when you start with a hairdryer, just, like place a hand down and then use it and you'll probably be fine. Trying to remember, I was trying to hair dry something the other day and I didn't even think about the fact that I know what it was. It was several weeks ago. We were making tissue paper flowers and we had used watercolor to color them and we were trying to get them to dry faster and I was like, oh yeah, let's just use a hairdryer, and it blew the tissue paper everywhere. So that's just a little tip for you. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more yellow. I'm gonna have yellow. Well, that's a light yellow. Maybe not. I'm gonna have I have yellow acrylic paint. That's gonna be the next layer. Here, I'm gonna dab that up because that got kind of wet. Okay. So, I like to start off with a watercolor and then, oh, that's not what I want. I want blue. And then I like to do a little bit of acrylic paint on top. And I don't have a ton of, I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only have 7 colors. So I don't have a great, huge selection. I think if I invest in more, my next color is going to be orange because all the time I wish I had orange. My brush, where was it? Yeah, they're called water brushes and a lot of different companies make them. And it's just you can unscrew it and fill it with water. And then as you paint, you kind of squeeze it to get more water in here. So you don't have to have a cup of water. So yeah, they're just kind of fancy watercolor brushes. I bought my first set on Amazon. So I think if you just Google water brush or aqua brush, you should be able to find them. Someone asked about the verse. We are doing, we're going to start with Psalm 67, verse 5. And then we're going to highlight a little bit from 64 since it's on page 2. That'll be next. Okay. I'm going to start with yellow. And I don't know if you guys just watched. I think I just did it off camera. I'm so sorry. What I did was I took a baby wipe and I tore off a strip. And now I'm going to wrap it around my finger to make a little baby wipe pad. And then I'm going to put a little bit of paint on it. And that's what I'm going to use to apply this acrylic paint. I like the baby wipe because it lets you kind of water down the acrylic paint so you can still read through it if you want. You can also sponge it on more thick if you want a thicker look. I only really have watercolor brushes too, so I just have never gotten any kind of acrylic brush. But this works great for me. And I used to do it, just on the baby wipe, but then it would get all dirty and all over my fingers. So that's why I'm a fan of the little thing. I have a YouTube channel that's under my name. And if I'm hoping I'm going to remember to save this video when I'm done, and then I will post it there. I used to do them on Periscope where you could like watch later, which was awesome, but you just get a lot of creepers on Periscope who tell you you're going to hell. And I just love the Instagram community so much. Like I want to support Instagram. But now that you can save the videos on Instagram Live, I'm hoping I can save it and upload it to YouTube. And if I do, I'll mention it on Instagram, my Instagram post. And I'll put the link in my profile, etc., etc. All right, I decided to put a little bit of light pink since I don't have orange. I've also tried so many times to mix this light pink and this yellow to like make an orange paint. It doesn't work. It never looks good. It looks pretty bad all the time. But you know, I tried. Okay. All right, and so the acrylic paint usually dries fairly fast because it's just like a thin little layer, a watered down layer using the baby wipes. I'll hit it with the heat tool since people are watching. But I mean, in real life, I would probably just like walk away for 5 minutes and come back and it'd be totally dry. So there we go. I'm gonna add a little bit more, I think of this like darker orange color on top of that. And like the watercolor usually doesn't stay on top of the acrylic that well, but I mean, I don't really care if it's not saturating. This is kind of a abstract, colorful expression. Yeah, I'm just loving this darker red-orange color. Okay, there we go. All right, and now I am gonna hit this with a heat gun because this takes forever to dry since it's not really soaking into the page because there's already that layer of acrylic. But heat gun or hair dryer will help you with that if you're in a hurry. If not, you can walk away and come back. I also just like to dry it in between each step to prevent, like if I was using colors that weren't that complementary, to kind of prevent them from blending together into a brownish color. I made that mistake in one entry in an earlier Bible where I was like, I'm gonna do all the colors in watercolor and I'm gonna do them all while they're still wet. And so it did kind of run together into a brown yucky mess. Okay, now the thing that I got this idea from Shauna Noel, who does Illustrated Faith, to like use some crayons too. And I don't have regular crayons at home. I have the fancy water soluble crayons, but I don't even know if I'm gonna get them wet. I might just keep them crayon-y. But I like to do this to just add a little bit of extra dimension, different medium. Here. I'm really liking how we can still read all the words on this page, so I'm gonna try to keep that. Okay, that color, and we'll do a darker orange too. I have a little camera holder thingy, so no, I'm not. I mean, it's not that still because I'm shaking it on the table all the time because I don't have a super fancy one, but it's like a little grip claw thingy. Yeah, I've occasionally done this and I have felt like, oh, like the crayon is too dark. And then I just have gone back with the water, since these are water soluble crayons, and kind of softened it up a little bit with water. And I can show you how that works a couple places here because that is kind of a fun thing to do too. So yeah, like if right here, like this is water soluble crayons are kind of fun because you can just like wet them like those old coloring books where you could just get it wet and then it just kind of turns into watercolor. Or you could even take your baby wipe and kind of smudge them. These are Neocolor 2s. I don't know. I've never actually seen like not 2s, so I guess maybe Neocolor 1s are still there somewhere. I don't know. Here, let's see what it looks like when we, ooh, kind of like that too. We just dab at it with the baby wipe. Kind of soften the edges. That's cat fur. Okay. Okay. So let me hit this with a heat gun one more time. That's our motto today. I don't know, I might, yeah, we'll do that again. Just to dry up some of these wetter areas. That was really the wettest part. And then I'm trying to think what I think I want to add a little bit. Well, one of my favorite things, oh, sorry, I hit the table. One of my favorite things to do is to add a little bit of white paint too. I want to get black paint, but I don't really have any. Just, this one's a little lighter, but especially on darker ones, I think that can look cool. So let me, make my little thing again. And then just smudge a little bit of white here and there. A little bit more. Yeah, and some people use the Neocolors as like as their watercolor and just like, you know, put the crayon and the brush on. I prefer palette watercolors so much more that I haven't done that, but you can totally do it. Okay, there's that. And then let me grab, I think I'm gonna make, gotta find my little brush. Here's my little brush. I think I'm gonna make some hatch marks with this white, just a little bit. I like to do these earlier in the process now, so you can kind of still cover some of them up with your letters and whatnot. And because this is such a light color, you can't really see them as well, but that's all right. I kind of like it. More messy. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of water here and then do some splatters too. I think that can, this little brush is almost out of water. About time to refill him. Okay. Oh, it still has some white on it. That's all right, later. Okay. All right. There's that color, and then one more. I'm trying to decide if I want to splatter like a little bit of black. This is the kind of thing I make the wrong choice on all the time. I'm like, maybe that'd be okay, and then I always regret it, but I'm feeling brave today. So let's just see. A little bit of water there. See what we get. Hey, Kristen. All right. All right. Oh, there's my husband. He's home. Okay, there's a little bit of black. Hey, babe. And then a little bit over here too, I think. I kind of want to get like one big one. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to hit this with the heat gun again. Get it good and dry, and then it'll be time to work on our letters. Gotta decide what I want to do though. I want to do stamping or alphabet stickers. Okay. In reading this, O God of our salvation, the hope of all the ends of the earth and of the farthest seas. What I really want to be biggest is hope. So I think I'm going to use my biggest stamps for that. And then maybe some stickers or hand lettering around that. But that's what I'm gonna start with. So here are the biggest of my alphabet stamps. Just gotta find the H. Oh, that's an I. So H. O P. Oh, that's Q. I tell you, they all look the same. O-P-E. Great. And then ink. All right, here we go. I should start backwards so we don't run. Oh, my cat has just made the leap to the table, so he might be coming to say hi in a second. Frequent watchers of my videos will know that Loki is often a star, a cameo appearance. Ugh, this is an old stamp pad. It's so frustrating. Give me a second. Have one of the little refill bottles of ink for this, and maybe I should have used it beforehand. These foam stamps just soak up all the ink and don't put them down on the page. Might go back with a pen after this and make these a little bit more uniformly colored in. Although the good thing about stamps is that they are kind of supposed to look a little, less perfect. Okay. There we go. All right. And I'm thinking I might just handwrite everything else. With a big black pen. This guy. End of the farthest seas. Can I fit it? We'll see. Oh, sea is gonna be so small. Oops. Okay. Well, next time I will maybe try to space it out a little better, but that's okay. So there's that, and I need to put my psalm number. I think I'll do that in stickers. Let me find the sticker set I'm looking for. I got a yellow one. Here we go. We'll have to, so we're at 65 here. We'll have to put it right here. I'll trace around that. And then up here, I'm gonna do the 64. Okay. Let me grab a pen. Oops. Okay, oopsies. Oh well. Messy is still beautiful. There we go. And then I'm gonna write out, hear my voice, oh God. Hide me. Great. I decide if I want to underline it. Like, I don't think I wrote it straight enough to underline it like all the cool kids do. Okay, great. Now I'm gonna stamp the date. And I imagine it is time for supper since my husband's home. So thank you guys for joining me. Today's the 10th, so let me get my big ol' stamp ready for that. There we go. All right. Will it fit? I think we might. Maybe we'll go up there. Boom! Awesome. Here, and I'll underline the verse on here too. maybe up there too. The smaller pins. Here we go. There we go. All right, thank you guys for joining. This was super fun. I'll probably do it again some other time. Kind of rush at the end there a little bit, but I still like how it looks. It makes me happy, and I'm gonna remember this verse now. So thanks everyone. I'm gonna remember to save this video when I hit end and put it on YouTube. Okay, thanks everyone. See you later.